Welcome to the U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle. It's time for the 14U Girls Championships here at DE Turf Sports Complex in Frederica, Delaware. The third and final championship game on this beautiful Sunday in August. I'm Dave McHugh, joined alongside Monica Moore as we get ready for the third game, and the expectations are high because the first two games, the 12U and 13U games, have been outstanding. Monica, no more than a 2-goal game, draw control, dominance, goalie play. You kind of expect if it's 14U, they're probably going to be a little bit more of the same.
Absolutely, and when you look at the stats that these teams have compiled throughout this tournament weekend, one of the things that stands out to me is how balanced both of these clubs are on the offensive end of the field.
Take a look at the last game we had, which also featured the Yellow Jackets of New York versus Igloo of New York. And Igloo started off with strength, Monica. Goalie play, both strong. And then the Yellow Jackets came back, but both these two teams showed off a lot of skills.
Well, they absolutely did. And those two goalkeepers, you can't take anything away from them. They were phenomenal. I mean, Kuhn really kept her team in the game during the early goings and came up with some big saves as well. And Horseman had a great game as well. So it was just excellent goalkeeper play throughout the contest. And we talked about the footwork that we saw out of these teams to score some of these goals. Very impressive.
That's the footwork and the skill you saw there. Colbert there with the end, but not only the foot, but to know how to hold the ball. Colbert here coming in. This was the game winner that gave Igloo the win. They've now won this tournament in their 12U, now 13U, 2 years in a row. The Yellow Jackets, who had a 2-goal lead, we should point out, and lost to Igloo. Just like in the first game, the favorites had a 2-goal lead, and the Yellow Jacket squad in the 12U game came back to win. And basically, no lead is unsafe. We'll take a look at the stats in that last game, and not surprisingly, really even, though ground ball is a little bit towards Yellow Jackets Team Thorn in that category, but just outstanding.
You see the Colbert goals, and both of those were second-half goals when her team really needed them. And big players step up at big moments, and that's what she did in the second half. And again, the draw controls, we don't see it on these statistics, but she was so instrumental in winning some of those big second-half draw controls that really helped her team secure the victory.
So in this game, well, those are the stats from the last game we should point out. Igloo. Tolentino had 2 goals, as we mentioned. Colbert with the 2 goals, the game winner as well. And Panagopoulos also for Yellow Jackets Thorn. Beasley with 2 goals. She certainly made her mark to Markey with 2 goals. 5 saves from Kuhn. We mentioned, including that one that looked like it was behind her by the time she got her cross on it and brought it back. This game, it's going to be the Cardinals representing Virginia versus the Yellow Jackets Team Russell of New York. It is that Yellow Jackets team that is 4-0 after round-robin play who will take on the Cardinals at 3-1. Both these two teams played earlier today, Monica, to get here. You see the Russell team here, undefeated in pool play at 5-0, defeated Cardinal 14-9 on Saturday, and earlier today got past the Maryland team of Coppermine, rather dominating 14-2.
And it was a decisive victory today, and you know they're still feeling some of the momentum off of that coming into this contest.
And then Cardinal Red, as you see here, lost 14-9 on Saturday, but got to this game getting past the New Jersey squad Blue 10-5. So these two teams, again, played at 9 a.m. in the semifinal. They're playing the championship. That might wear a little bit on legs. The previous 2 games, we saw the teams were only playing in the game today. It's hot out here, Monica. Let's not kid ourselves. The heat has climbed. It's a turf field. There's a little breeze, but it's not consistent. These players may be a little worn out.
They may be, but it's also a national championship on the line here, and the storyline all day long has been the heart, and these teams really digging deep and leaving everything on the field.
Tournament leaders coming into this for Russell is Dina Colia at 9 goals and 5 assists. Biancardi at 5 goals, 8 assists, and Phillips at 5 goals and 4 assists. So obviously those 3 will be watched carefully. For Cardinal, Pisani was 9 goals along with Gordon Beatty. 30 saves. I'm getting a feeling, Monica, we may see another it comes down to the goalie play type game. As we are underway in our third and final championship of the day, the 14U game, draw control won by the Yellow Jackets in their yellow by Biancardi. They are moving left to right in this game against the Cardinal Red. Shockingly, they are in red jerseys, and they will be moving right to left. Quick note, 25-minute halves. It is a running clock down until the 2-minute mark. At the 2-minute mark, it will then stop on every whistle. Nice move in front, and they're going to have a flag up. And so we'll get a free position here. Also of note, because of the heat, we will most likely be taking a water break at the 13-minute mark. Haven't heard that official. We're basing that off the last game, but it would make sense.
So this is Nicole Manella who's going to be taking this opportunity.
Is that? I can't. Oh, right. You're right. I'm sorry. No, you're right. Had the teams backwards on my sheet. Oh, wow. That hit a post? The way that ball bounced, it may have caught a post. Yellow Jackets hold on to it, though, Monica. That's key for these two teams. Yellow Jackets group, at least 4, if not 5 squads in this 3H group. Oh, great passing in front, and the goal scored by Makowitz, the Northport, New York native, gets the first goal of the game for the Yellow Jackets.
And one of her strengths is her ability to shoot in tight spaces, so she's very dominating on attack for that very reason. She is very integral to what they do on offense, and it really paying off in the early goings. And as you said, they had that first shot, but they were able to hang on to possession. They got the second chance opportunity and were able to capitalize.
I think it came from 24. But I don't have a 24, so I may. No, there is a 24 out there. We'll have to double check. But Makowitz with the first goal to go up 1-0.
And so far on the draw controls for the Yellow Jackets, Ava Biancardi has been absolutely outstanding in terms of her ability to win possession. And Coach Curcio has said that she's a bit of a team MVP for them in some respects, because just everything that she does out on the field, she wins a lot of those 50-50 balls, like all those little things that really are important to your team. They may not be the things that are flashy that get you in newspapers, but
shot and a miss there by Biancardi, we were talking about. By the way, Makowitz's 6th goal of the tournament. Should point that out as well, as it is early 1-0 lead here. Not sure who's the favorite, as there's only been one loss by either team combined in this, but we will go with the undefeated Cardinal as the favorite just for our own personal purposes. We need an underdog, right, Monica? We need someone to be determined as the underdog.
the Yellow Jackets.
Oh, the Yellow Jackets?
I thought they were the undefeated team.
Oh, you may be right. I misread my own stats, as I am prone to do. As we go back the other direction, Cardinal showing some speed. Little hip check there. Rankin takes it on in style. Should point out the New York has certainly been the common theme in this tournament. A lot of good New York teams. Had a Maryland Delaware team in the 12U game. 2 New York teams in the 13U game. So a Virginia team now in this 14U game. All in the hotbeds of lacrosse. New York, Long Island, upstate New York, Virginia, D.C. area. Oh, shooting space violation called. And so we'll get a free opportunity here. Back to the scoring. Well, we'll get back to that. Let's see how this works out.
Great bounce
that's how
shot
it works out.
to score.
Yeah.
Mia Pisani, who has had a great tournament. That is the 10th goal. Wow. She also has 5 assists, 15 points, not too shabby on the weekend for the player out of Vienna, Virginia.
Pisani is one of 3 players who entered this game for this team with 9 goals. She's the first to double figures, and that one was just gorgeous. Any way you look at it, Monica, very impressive.
So she grew up with Jordan Condon on this team. Interestingly, she's another one of those 9 goal scorer players that you were alluding to. So those 2 girls grew up together. They've played together. They have that chemistry. And when you bring that into a team where you have players, you know, a lot of times you get that with siblings. They've played together for so long. They know where each other's going to be. They know what type of passes to give each other. It really is huge. It's a big intangible thing.
So back to the first goal. We mentioned Makowitz for the Yellow Jackets scored. It's DiNicola who ended up picking up the assist. DiNicola is wearing number 24. Pass in front, easy goal. That one scored by Makowitz. She now has 2. The assist came from McAteer, I apologize.
She got such great power
Yes.
behind that shot.
She absolutely reared back on that one, as you could say, because she had plenty of time to take the shot, and you'll see it again here. Nice feed for starters, and that's just perfect.
And great teamwork, setting up your teammate, getting them a good open look at goal, high percentage shot. That's exactly what you want to try to do on offense.
Roll the crease, then let Chipotle roll the burritos. As a proud partner of U.S. Lacrosse, Chipotle is fueling your next great game with all real, all delicious ingredients. No fake stuff ever. Chipotle, for real. We are here at the U.S. Lacrosse
And it's
Championships.
Biancardi again in the draw control circle. I mean, she has been a huge impact player in this contest with her ability to win the draw controls.
Biancardi certainly showing off that skill set early in this one. Collision well before the shot was taken. They're saying looks like they're calling a shooting space. Oh, it could have been a check call. Sometimes officials use different arms or indicators interchangeable for different calls. 18 minutes left to go in the first half here, and the Yellow Jackets Team Russell looking to try and go up 2 goals early in this one. Missed it to the near side.
Still a nice hard shot out of Marina Cabrera.
So the Cardinal have it, and a little dancing. Wow, talk about trying to break out on a full ride, and doing the hard lifting there is Martin. She got one defender to fall down thanks to her footwork, but great switch of fields to go back, almost soccer-esque. Use your defense and switch directions.
One of the best clears we've seen all day long.
Absolutely. That was tremendous.
In fact, I think it is the best clear that we have seen all day long.
Pinned on the left side, knowing you can go back and use your goalie
that is
even.
Textbook.
Yes, tremendous.
In terms of how you want to work the ball up the field, get different people involved.
Off the post, off the goalie, then off the post. Flag was up, but the shot was taken. But it looked like that time that Pisani was almost going to pick up goal number 2. Now it's Dark who's getting harassed. Stick is a little high, no call. Dark tried to get it, didn't get it. Brought her stick down. That opened up the opportunity for the check. Now they're going to call a pushing foul. It will remain Cardinal possession. Fascinating couple of minutes here as things have escalated in the tempo area of things. Pisani.
See, they want to get Pisani involved. Every chance.
Isolated too.
She is so special on offense.
Double came, and then the great heads-up play that time by Jordan, who knew the double was coming and snuck in behind the double. Now they're going to call an illegal screen on Pisani. Pisani looked like she was moving the corner of my eye, and the official felt the same. And so that goes back to the Yellow Jackets now. Check out the save, by the way. Watch this one. Wow. Oh, I think she got it with her foot, and then it went off the post. Yeah, that's a tremendous effort. Cardinal almost get the steal that time as Condon climbs the ladder but cannot corral the ball. Up ahead, change of pace, laid it off. Cardinal in the way. It'll be fought for as Biancardi nearly came off with a beautiful play there. A whistle stops play, and it sounds
that was great transition defense by the Cardinal team because they were able to get back and recover on that break. It looked like the Yellow Jackets might have a one-on-one opportunity with the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I agree. What is amazing was the ability to just stay settled in that situation. And by the way, they use Rankin for this reason and this reason alone. Look at the pass! Pisani has goal number 2 because Rankin set it up with their speed.
And look at the catch and shoot motion out of Pisani. She is such a special player. I mean, we have only watched 10 minutes of this contest, and just watching her ability on the offensive end of the field, she is just involved in every single facet of the game for this team. But as you said,
that's
just
not
seeing
sped up.
The speed. to
maybe a
work the
little bit.
ball up the field, and then the catch, the
Wow.
shoot. That was great teamwork, but as you said, well set up by Victoria Rankin.
I think McFadden may have stepped on Pisani's foot right as she came to kind of come up on Pisani, because Pisani was not thrilled at the end like you would normally expect her to. Just about 14 minutes left to go here. Again, we believe they're going to take a break, but we'll see at the 13-minute mark.
Well, and unsurprising, one of the things we were told about Victoria Rankin, who is battling as hard as she possibly can. She's exceptionally fast.
Yes,
We've
she is.
seen that. She has come up
I can
huge this
confirm.
weekend.
Yes.
We have seen that.
Yes.
And she is an impact player. Well,
Yeah, I can confirm all three, and we've only
the
seen her
notes
play
that
for
we
10
got
minutes.
on her, 100% accurate.
Here we go again. She's off to the races. Throws a little bit behind that time, but a nice corral by Jordan, who's into the offensive zone. And Rankin now looks to her bench and asking for a sub, and I don't blame her a bit. Remember, this is the second game of the day for both these two teams, as they both played in semifinals on fields adjacent to this one earlier to set up this championship game. And now we have a whistle. It's going the Yellow Jackets' way, but I don't see a reason as to what the call was. And I've called a lot of lacrosse to know that sometimes that happens. It is hard to tell sometimes from, wow,
That was a great
this is a
job
heck of a clear.
finding
Yeah.
the open player who had open field in front of her. So an excellent job by Kaylee Makowitz.
Yeah, she looked up ahead and found, well, Makowitz was also looked up ahead and found another teammate. And listen, that's the one disadvantage in the college game of the stoppage going away, is that those wide open opportunities are gone. To be able to target those wide open opportunities. Cross in front, and another goal, or now a goal for Biancardi, off a beautiful feed that time. And it is under the 13-minute mark, and that will mean they will take a break due to the, quote, Category 5 conditions. So they will take a break. So we will take a break. 12:50 left in this one, and it is already off to an expected quality start. It is a 3-2 lead for the Yellow Jackets. Team Russell over Cardinal in the U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle 14U Girls Championships.
Our primary goal is to positively impact every child exposed to the sport.
USA on three! 1, 2, 3! USA!
If they're having fun while they're learning, that's what it's all about.
Today, we're gonna put it all together.
Get open, guys. Spread out. Let's go.
Let's go out and continue what you started.
Whatever's across your chest matters.
It's having the opportunity to now inspire the next generation. I mean, that's the dream, right?
It's important for all of us as caretakers of the sport to give back.
My man, right? You need heart.
Why do we do what we do?
Well, we believe that participation in lacrosse positively influences lives.
We believe lacrosse should be open to all kids that want to play.
We believe in a future that offers everyone the opportunity to participate.
U.S. Lacrosse is a nonprofit organization that provides resources to fuel the sport's growth and development.
Support our efforts at uslacrosse.org.
Welcome back to the U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle 14U Girls Championship. Let's take a look at the last goal that got us to this point. It's 3-2. Yellow Jackets Team Russell up, and you see it here off the feed. Still can't tell who got it to Makowitz, but Bianchi finishes off that time. Beautiful job by her. Northwest Designs is your official retail partner for the U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle. If you're here at DE Turf, visit their store in the Vendor Village, or you can shop online for your official U.S. Lacrosse Nationals Championship apparel. Buy yours today at nwd.inc/US/lacrosse/nationals. So the Yellow Jackets have possession. I'm Dave McHugh alongside Monica Moore for this U.S. Lacrosse Nationals here in Frederica, Delaware, located a little north of Milford, about a half-hour south of Dover, Delaware, if you're trying to figure out. This DE Turf Sports Complex is about a year old. The first time that U.S. Lacrosse has used it for this tournament. It is certainly living up to the billing, as they say.
And it was Biancardi again that won the ball off the draw control. She has done it all day long. It has been one of the most important factors in this game for the Yellow Jackets.
Might be the one time the Yellow Jackets maybe forced something early in this one. Didn't Nicola look like she tried to force that pass into a teammate, Monica, in the middle? It wasn't quite there. As a result, Cardinals now have possession. Less than 12 minutes to go. We will come back the other direction unless they, kept it in. Remember, we're playing the red lines, which is actually the next set of lines. She's running down the black line, which is the men's lacrosse line. Talk about speed. Hankins all the way downfield on the clear.
That has really been a storyline today for the Cardinals on the clear. They have so many speedy teams, and the way that they have executed their clearing game today has been huge for them. Especially since they're not winning as many of the draw controls. They get this stop and are being very efficient and effective in their clearing game.
So the Cardinal go to work. They are trailing 3-2 in this game. Undefeated enter in this game. Got to double check that. I meant to do it earlier. Shot in the goal. Well done dodging all the defense. And well done keeping her composure, Jordan Condon. The Dunn-Loring Virginia native knots this one at 3.
And I believe that was a pass from Pisani, as we were just talking about that connection between those teammates. And actually, Jordan Condon has played with a number of these players on this team.
She gets a handoff from Pisani, but then she does all the hard lifting, ducking underneath, switching hands, and scoring to knot this one at 3 apiece. And Pisani, the first one to come over and congratulate her. Rightly so. Coach Schermerhorn has got to be thrilled with how her team has responded in this game. Maybe not surprised because her team is definitely well positioned, but they're going to have to work on draws because once again, who is it again, Monica?
Well, it was Marina Bergen that knocked it to Ava Biancardi. They work together so well as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. Campo with it. Tries to feed Messina. Messina goes back and gets it. Good job of Messina staying with it. Messina finds herself open, but initially, and then quickly picked up by Byrne. Less than 10 to play in the first half. Knotted at 3 apiece, much like the last 2 games. No one has been able to completely control these games. Quinn with possession. Gets around the defender. They throw up a shooting space call. And so Quinn will get the free position on the near wing. Not the best of positions, just looking at the defense. But she's got some options, Monica. She's got a couple teammates to her left who have no defenders in front of them. It's all going to be about timing here. She crosses the face of the goal, shoots and scores. That's another way to do it, Monica, is you don't have to run at the goal. Sometimes just run to get the best angle.
And another storyline, I think, of this contest today is seeing the finishers on these teams. I mean, these are some great finishes we have seen off of these shots. Nice individual efforts and just capitalizing, because look at this shot, the placement over the goalkeeper to score that goal. Quinn doing such a nice job.
Abigail Beatty, the goalkeeper for the Red out of Warrenton, Virginia. That's tough to stop when you don't have anything but you and the shooter in front of you. So hats off to Quinn on the execution. Quinn, who's out of Setauket, New York. Most of these players off of Long Island, though not, I don't think all, but most of them for sure. Looking at a lot of familiar names from the Long Island area. Some of the Yellow Jacket teams from earlier today also had some upstate New York players, but look at that control.
They need Rankin in this contest to try to win some of these draw controls.
Oh, Rankin's so fast. The ball was slower than Rankin. But they're going to call a foul here on Manella. Manella will give Rankin a free ability to get it to a teammate, and that teammate is Rothstein, Rothstein with it, far side, being closely guarded by Germani. And they'll go behind the cage to Pisani.
And Pisani has been so dangerous in this contest, whether it's passing, whether it's scoring.
Look at that, closely guarded.
Everything she does on offense. Well, clearly on any scouting report, she is going to show up as a person that you have to face guard. You have to know where she is at all moments.
Hey, hats off to Yahada there. She was the defender that came over and then decided to go aggressive on Pisani and then forced Pisani into a tough pass that ended up bouncing. So hats off on the defensive work, but now she's got a Yahada there. And she goes up ahead, and she gets it to her teammate Campo. She gets it ahead, and look at the tic-tac-toe passing here from the Yellow Jackets, and it's an easy goal. You can't draw it up any better than that.
Completely created off the ball movement. They did such a nice job working the ball around, finding their open teammates, crisp passing, which you cannot overemphasize, which helps execute a play just like this one. Watch this passing.
Yeah, that goes to
getting
Cabrera.
lots of different people involved, making the goalkeeper have to have her head kind of on a swivel, working around, seeing where that shot's going to come from. A good job in terms of the execution.
I think it was not Biancardi. It might have been Quinn. Sorry, just couldn't see the jersey number from my angle. I believe it was Quinn, and that would be back-to-back goals for Quinn unofficially.
Back-to-back draw control wins for Victoria Rankin, and this was exactly what the Cardinal team needed.
Flag up. We'll get a shooting space for a cross check.
Especially now finding themselves down by 2, they have to have someone in there who can really compete with Biancardi on these draw control opportunities, and that person is definitely Victoria Rankin.
First time today that a team has gotten up 2 in the first half. 5:30 left to go here. It's 5-3 lead for the Yellow Jackets team, Russell. The 2022 you see on your screen, if you're curious, that represents the graduation year for these teams from high school, for these players, we should say. So it's commonly used in these tournaments to differentiate, especially when you have like Yellow Jackets, which had about 5 teams here in different age groups. It's getting a little too aggressive. Trying to go a little bit, Yahada tried to go over the top of Pisani, and that's just not allowed. Pisani with a change of speed, but thinks more of it. Passes it off to her teammate Wright. Right back into the middle. Shoot and score. Wonderful stick work from Condon. Or was that Dark? It was Dark. Dark with the goal on the nice feed from Wright.
Out of Springfield, Virginia, she has such a good hard shot. So we're going to get another good look here at this possession. Nice ball movement. Find the open player, and that was just a beautiful shot out of Avery Dark.
Yeah, just the ability to kind of to change her mind. She looked like she was going to shoot one way, changed her mind, and shot from a different direction. 4:15 left to go in this one. Some substitutions from both teams. Again, this is game number 2 for everybody today. Well, for you and the crew, it's game number 3. But for those who are running out there in the heat, it is game number 2, and they are more important. Down to a 1-goal deficit here. Trying to chase it down is Condon, but instead it is picked up by Manella. She gets the ground ball. Up ahead now to Bergen. Bergen up ahead to Biancardi. Across, Biancardi throws it behind her teammate, but it's going to be well backed up on this occasion by McAteer. That's how I should say it, McAteer. 3.5 left to go here in the first half. Again, once we go under 2 minutes, then we will have stoppage of the clock on every whistle. Oh, nice work.
Wow.
Got it underneath, did she? Yes,
she
they
got
count it.
so much on that to get that past the goalkeeper, and just the ability, the footwork, the skill. That was an extremely difficult shot and so well executed by Cabrera.
Yeah, back up to a 2-goal lead, but Cabrera, you're right, it's the power of the shot that allows this one. Watch it again, but not only, by the way, shift and pace.
Change
shift,
the direction.
Yeah, and then just put enough on this. Look at that English. Did you? Oh, that's what happens, Monica. That one comes across, is outside the cage, but it has enough English on the ball, if you're a pool player, you don't realize it, to spin back across the line.
So well done.
Incredible.
These are 14U
Yeah, I know.
athletes
I have
out
to keep
on the
reminding
field.
us. Monica and I have called our fair share of high school and college games, and yeah, I'm having to remind myself this is 14U. That one high and grabbed by the Cardinal Condon. Coming the other direction. Condon going to put it on her own. Shoots and scores.
You love those players that can win it off the draw, can take it down the field all the way and quickly score. And Jordan Condon coming up with a huge goal for the Cardinal right now.
Second goal she scored cuts the deficit to within 1. It is now 6-5 Yellow Jacket lead. Let's watch this one again. Off the draw, wins the draw. And Monica, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep going, Monica. I'm going to score, Monica. It's just
so
unbelievable.
well executed. She is having a great day. She has been so important for her team out on the field. And another huge draw control coming up right here. Meanwhile, you have Bergen, who is looking for Ava Biancardi.
150 left to go. 158 left to go here.
This battle on the
first half,
circle,
yeah.
You have Victoria Rankin right next to Ava Biancardi.
That didn't get high enough. If you're unfamiliar with girls lacrosse, ball must get up above the players' heads, and sometimes a little bit more. Referees will sometimes call it dead if it's not even that high. But they will redraw. I think I've said this before. I think you look at the men's draw and the women's draw. I think the women's draw is the most difficult to execute, considering you're standing there trying to hold your sticks together.
A lot of people don't know this. The stat goes to the player who actually wins. It's not the player in the draw control
Correct.
circle who takes the
Correct.
draw.
It goes to the player who actually picks up what would be considered a ground ball. It's not. It's a draw control win. You're right. But I always think it's so hard to hold the stick while standing with the ball between the sticks and not doing anything. Whereas men's lacrosse, they're just staring at a ball that's in between them. Their goal is not to flinch. There's a little bit of a difference. I think the women's draw is phenomenally difficult.
Well, it's a very special skill, and you do, just like in the men's game, you have certain players who are draw control specialists.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what they do. It is such an important component of the game.
Luckily, they aren't the ones who then sprint off the field to be that's a whole other topic. 6-5 Yellow Jackets team Russell up here on the Cardinal, but the Cardinal have possession here. 80 seconds left to go here just in the first half. Wind is picked up. I am not complaining here at the field on what is a gorgeous sunny day. Considering the weather forecast 36 hours ago, no complaints as Rankin forces the issue and will get a free position on a draw control here. She was inside the 8-meter when Bergen came over on the help defense, and Rankin's speed, she'd already beaten her defender.
She just exploits that speed. She gets a step on her defender and can get a little daylight.
Shoots and scores with a little hop step to do it. Tie ball game. Rankin does the heavy lifting that time.
She has been absolutely phenomenal this weekend for the Cardinal, and now she has tied things up with 1:05 seconds left to go in the first half. And it's just a different team when she's out on the field, frankly, because when she's on the draw control circle, Biancardi is not winning as many of those draw controls, and it's been so instrumental in this comeback for the Cardinal team.
Absolutely love that little jump as she was shooting there. Kind of changed the angle for her. She's not one of the tallest players out there, but that jump allowed her to maybe get a little higher to change the angle.
She's one of the fastest, though.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
She utilizes that to her ability perfectly.
You're absolutely correct. So Bergen will take on Condon again here in the draw. 65 seconds left to go in the half. As they're having a conversation about the draw specifically, it looks like Bergen is arguing about how you can go up and get a ball, and it's reminiscent of how Condon just won the previous draw, Monica. So clearly Bergen's trying to maybe lobby for a call next time. We'll see how this one goes. Oh, not going to be relevant. Condon nearly won it. It's still loose. Rankin gets it. Now she'll run away from the defenders. Does so. Tries to run away from Moore. Spin move at the line. They're into the zone. Rankin still got possession. She's got 4 Yellow Jackets around her, and she still gets behind the cage. Insane.
And what's amazing is she has to have incredible stick skills just to keep the ball in her cross as she is weaving her way through all of those players.
And a card for dangerous play called on Cabrera
So we only have 42 seconds left in this half. So this is going to be a 2-minute penalty releasable.
Yeah, unless, right. So we'll see what happens here. Basically, they called a dangerous play across the halo on Rankin as she ran through. So Rankin not only won the draw and won possession, but she got the team a man advantage. Less than 30 to play here. They're going to call a foul on the Cardinals. The Yellow Jacket will have it. In the grand scheme of things, Monica, this isn't a bad thing. The team can double, but more importantly, they've still got the advantage going into the second half, even if the Yellow Jackets are able to scrub off the clock here. So this isn't the worst thing, except if the Yellow Jackets score. Biancani has it, shoots, and a big save. Huge save from Beatty, who is 5 yards or more out of her cage.
That was one of the biggest plays of this contest right there.
10.6 seconds. You're right, Monica. That was huge. Cardinal are screaming for deep passes downfield. They've got a numbers advantage if they can take advantage of it. No, overthrew the intended target. 5 seconds left. It'll at least scrub off any chance the Yellow Jackets have a scoring here. Nope. Class horn sounds. There will be a man advantage to start the second half for the Cardinal, as the penalty will still be in place. But what a thrilling end to the half, Monica. Quick thought before we take a break.
Just really impressed with both of these two squads and the way that they have answered and made adjustments in this first half. I think that was a big storyline. Both teams have made some critical adjustments, the draw control being one. It's a different contest when Victoria Rankin's in this game.
We'll come back and look at highlights coming up at the Chipotle Halftime Show. In the meantime, you've been watching the U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle, 14U Girls Championship at halftime. We're knotted at 6. Back with more after this.
Our primary goal is to positively impact every child exposed to the sport.
USA on 3! 1, 2, 3! USA!
If they're having fun while they're learning, that's what it's all about.
Today, we're going to put it all together.
Get open, guys. Spread out. Go.
Let's go out and continue what you started.
Whatever's across your chest matters.
It's having the opportunity to now inspire the next generation. I mean, that's the dream, right?
It's important for all of us as caretakers of the sport to give back.
My man, right? You need heart.
Why do we do what we do?
Well, we believe that participation in lacrosse positively influences lives.
We believe lacrosse should be open to all kids that want to play.
We believe in a future that offers everyone the opportunity to participate.
U.S. Lacrosse is a nonprofit organization that provides resources to fuel the sport's growth and development.
Support our efforts at uslacrosse.org.
The 2018 U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle, are proudly presented by The Pearl, Motive Pure, Sisu, Impact Canopy, LaxCon, Lacrosse Magazine, Northwest Designs, NXT, U.S. Lacrosse, and fueled by Chipotle.
Welcome back to the U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle. We're in the 14U Girls Championship, and this is the Chipotle halftime show of a game that's tied at 6-6 between Cardinal and the Yellow Jackets. And we'll take a look at the halftime highlights, Monica, and it's been a lot of great passing and goal scoring.
Absolutely, just some great individual efforts, a great team effort on some of these plays in terms of spotting the open man. Mia Pisani in particular was a huge standout for the Cardinal. particularly in the opening minutes. But the way that the Yellow Jackets just executed, we saw some great plays created off of tic-tac-toe passing. They do such a good job of getting everyone involved.
Another great save, too. And then Rankin. That's not sped up, folks. That is regular speed. And she feeds it up ahead. That's where we slowed it down. Pisani with her second goal off the beautiful move by Rankin. Yellow Jackets, though, would kind of get control here. You see a beautiful goal there from Biancardi, and this is where they gained a little bit of control of the game before the Cardinal would storm back.
And that's Jordan Condon right there, who did such a great job in the draw control circle. But answer for answer out of these squads. It has been close start to finish, just like we've seen in the prior 2 contests today.
There's a beautiful ball movement here. And you know what? She almost got out there, did Abigail Beattie on that one. She later would do that and shut it down. This is where the Cardinal would start to kind of influence their aspects of the game and get back into it. Condon with another goal. Look at this change of speed and change of pace. This one with English. Look at that ball bounce back over the line. That thing was bouncing away from the goal, but it had so much English. Then it went back on over, and the Yellow Jackets at one point had a 2-goal lead in this one, and well, then Condon took over. This is just spectacular.
It's really impressive, just the way you can win a draw control, take the ball up the field, get the quick goal. You see a little frustration out of the Yellow Jackets on that play, and we've talked so much about Victoria Rankin. That was her goal in the first half of this contest.
That tied it at 6 apiece. And here is a great save by Beattie. This was the one in transition. Look at the frustration from Biancardi, who thought she had a third goal or a second goal for her on the way. The wind has picked up, so is the intensity of this game. We are tied at 6. We'll take another break and get you ready for second half action. You're watching the U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle. Back with more after this as our sheets blow away. At the 13-minute mark because of the heat. But the breeze is actually welcome to at least help cool people down. Just not perfectly helping us out. 25-minute half as we get underway here. Wow. Sprinting in, Monica, was Manella. Picks up the draw control there. Gets into the zone, and they will start from here. Yellow Jackets moving right to left. Have 6 goals so far in this one. Cardinal in their red uniforms moving left to right, and they are in a strong double team of Bergen here. A little too aggressive. Stick got high, cross check. So Bergen will get to restart, and they will bring Martin back behind the cage.
I love the intensity that this second half started with. On the one hand, you have the Yellow Jackets winning that draw control with emphasis, and then you get down to the defensive end of the field, and the Cardinal is pressuring everything, every pass, everything is contested.
We should mention Yellow Jackets are down a player as Cabrera is still in, serving a 2-minute penalty. She has about 1.5 minutes of which is going to be served in this second half. But look at that ability, one-handed, then taking the hit. That's
well
McAdie
executed.
Here.
Wow.
Yeah, unbelievable. Now DiNicola. Pass in front, that went off a post. If it didn't catch any of Beattie, it definitely went off a post. We're back to even strength.
Got a shin on it.
I agree. I think she got part of it. I definitely heard metal as well. Well, that could have been the shin I heard. She may have metal shins too. A penalty called, much to the chagrin of the Yellow Jacket faithful. Whew, went back in front of the cage, but they will use that to transition the other direction as Jordan will do the sprinting upfield, but she's got three players around her. That's a tough call. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Yellow Jackets. The full ride breaks up the clear. Yellow Jackets program has been in all 3 championship games today. They have a title in the 12U game coming from 2 goals down to win it. They were 2-2 entering and beat the undefeated opponent. Second game, they led by 2, lost that one as the underdog. And this one, big hit there. They have led by 2 as well, but we're tied at 6 apiece. We're getting a stoppage. An official on the far side is making a call and actually giving it back to the Yellow Jackets. Interesting change of call here. She had a yellow flag. She indicates that was up. So this is going to be a Yellow Jackets possession. DeNicola, the St. James, New York native, will get a free position, shoots and scores. And there you go. That's how you start the second half if you're the Yellow Jackets, and they do so well with 22 minutes left to go.
Well, again, you have to remember this Yellow Jackets team, they won the 13U National Championship last year as the Yellow Jackets blue team. So they got an automatic bid into this tournament. Of course, that didn't guarantee them a spot in this championship final, but they earned their way here with their victory last year. So they have a history of winning in this tournament.
7-6 the lead now as we get ready for this one. These two teams, of course, faced off earlier in this tournament, and it was a 14-9 win for the Yellow Jackets, who come in undefeated. The Cardinal, their only loss was to the aforementioned Yellow Jackets. This game obviously playing out closer. Both teams had somewhat easier semifinal games today. Both games were well in control. This game, as the other two have been, not surprisingly, have been tight. Cardinal now down 1. They've trailed as many as 2 in this game. Pisani, change of pace, double team comes over, flips it to her teammate. That is Condon and her best friend. Condon trying to force her way through a double team, draws the foul. And that foul is on Quinn. So Quinn will reposition. Free position now coming for Condon. Condon at a tough angle, doesn't have a lot of help here. We'll see what she does here. I would maybe think of backing off or passing it here. She's going to shoot. And an easy save. Well done there by McFadden. Beautiful save by McFadden. And nice clear up to Quinn, who now tries to clear it. And they get a call now on Cabrera for going over the top of the halo.
A lot of pressure there.
Snagged
and somehow
that one.
She did a great job getting the ball to a teammate.
Well, Makowicz snagged that from going out of bounds, too. Pass in front, shoot off the crossbar.
You see how much she got on that by how it ricocheted off the crossbar.
Bergen got a whole heck of a lot on that shot. She had beaten Beatty high, but the crossbar is the goalie's friend, and it came up big that time. Pass in front, shot in the goal. That one is textbook as a beautiful pass from DeNicola. Second assist on the game to Makowicz. Last time Makowicz scored, one of the first time Makowicz scored, it was DeNicola who fed it to her.
And that was such a beautiful feed, and that's twice today that we have seen a teammate set up a very high percentage shot. We're going to get another look here. Nice high shot there. And the Yellow Jackets stretching this lead back out to 2.
Yeah, they've been in this position before. They led 6-4. Now they're up 8-6. Scoring 2 straight. They withstood that yellow card to end the first half. They would love to get to that 3-goal, even 4-goal stage, though it could get interesting at that point. 18:40 left to go. Again, running clock down to the 2-minute mark. We also will take a break at the 13-minute mark. Penalty called on, or foul called on Condon. And so, oh, I'm sorry, I have the teams reversed. That was a call on Yellow Jackets. Gives Rankin the ball. Well done that time of closing down the angle by Bergen, but Rankin ends up running behind her. Yes, Bergen got a stick on it, but she did so by going over the top of Rankin. So Rankin will get the free restart here. Rankin has shown her ability to be dangerous, but she will go behind the cage and will flip it off to Pisani.
I think an important possession here for the Cardinal because, again, they're down by 2. They want to keep this thing close.
Sonny
Again,
just threw that up there, Monica.
they are playing against the 5-0 Yellow Jackets
Yep.
in this tournament, the defending champions from the 13U group.
I'm so used to the Yellow Jackets being the team that was the underdog in the previous 2 games, and I got them confused as the underdog in this one. Cardinal are technically the underdog. Pass in front. Bassani calls it off and then gets hit in the head. Going to call a cross check. Not going to call a hit to the head necessarily, and it's not Bassani. That is actually Senich. Senich with an opportunity with a free position here on the call against Manila. See what Senich can do with it. She's got a great angle. Shoots low, bounces off the goalie. Might have gotten her stick, goes high. Picked up by the Yellow Jackets deep in the corner. Double teamed in the corner, coughs it up. Picked up by Dark, but then a call for a foul. Gives the Cardinal a chance to restart from the corner. Less than 17 to play. Good job on a full ride there, Monica, on a double team in the corner.
And an excellent job here just to hang on to possession right now for the Cardinal team, because every possession is going to start counting because it's a running clock. Time will start to dwindle, so you have to value every possession.
Agreed. A lot of repositioning here. Now they're going to reposition the player all the way in? I've never seen that before, Monica. There's a long conversation. They're going to reset the player again. Now they're going to stop the clock because of this conversation. That's the right thing to do. They will now bring her back to the corner, and that is the right thing to do. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but you and I have seen a lot of lacrosse. I think that was the first time I've seen someone removed from the corner and put behind the goal line.
In a much more favorable spot.
That one was a new one. I was going to go back and check the rule books, but nonetheless, the officials were working out and also stopped the clock, which I thought was a smart move. They'd lost about a minute off that clock. Rankin with possession on the far side now. Obviously using her for her speed. Goal line extended, finds her way in front. She may be short, but she is physical and forced her way into where she wanted to be. A Yellow Jacket player takes a tumble and is banged up. And we should mention, all these teams banged up a little bit. These tournaments can be tough. Cardinal player actually missing. Newsom from this squad. Zenny Newsom, the Vienna, Virginia native, was injured in the semifinal and is unavailable for this one. The foul called on the Yellow Jackets gives Rankin a free position from an interesting angle here. She's going to go all the way in, shoot, and just went over the crossbar on the bounce. Feed back in front, shot and a goal. Great backup and another feed. This time it's Dark with another goal.
Sometimes the quick second chance opportunity can really help you to take advantage. So even though it may have been that first shot was forced a little bit, but it sets up the second opportunity and works out extremely well for this Cardinal team, which did what they had to do on that possession, in my opinion, because if the Yellow Jackets had been able to come out with not allowing a goal on that possession and came down the field and scored another goal, it would just feel like a very different game. And I know in the game of lacrosse that's weird to say, a 3-goal lead, but given the way that these teams in this tournament have been playing, it has been close start to finish.
Rothstein picks up the assist there. She's the one who sprinted behind the cage and got to the ball that Rankin had shot low and bounced over. And Condon picks up the win again.
It's now Condon who is taking over in the draw control circle. She has been exceptional.
Senich with it. Double team comes over. She'll go behind the cage, and they'll set up from there. You're right. Condon has stepped up. Rankin is trying to make her will known. Right now, Senich has possession. We haven't talked about her in the first half. Now we're talking about her in the second half. Rankin using her turn of speed, shoots high. That one's an easy save because that one was well read the entire time by McFadden, who had that one closed down pretty well. Coming up on a break that we will get, the first stoppage under 13 minutes. We will get a water break. In the meantime, the Yellow Jackets are pouring it on. Good defense.
That was absolutely outstanding defense by Lucy Hankins out of Warrenton, Virginia. She is one of the key defenders on this squad.
It was Dinicola who got the ball back off that effort. Just saved by Beatty off the shot from Bergen. Wow. There's about 4 things in the last 30 seconds that are worth going back and looking at. You have the great defense to break up the play initially. Dina Cola getting it back. You have that tremendous shot while being fouled, and then Beatty coming up with the save as we hit the 13-minute mark. Cardinals into their zone. If you're smart here, you try and draw a foul, get a whistle, and set something up here, Monica, on the offensive end. Just a thought. Try and draw a call here. Try and draw a whistle. Don't throw it away, obviously. Maybe take a shot high and back it up. There is a stoppage, free timeout coming here. It's right with possession, going behind the cage. Looking for help. Nobody there, no cutters. There's a cutter. It was broken up. There's your whistle. And now you're going to have your breakup opportunity here. I don't hear the horn, though. Interesting.
Yeah,
maybe it's because it's a free position situation. Nope, no, there's that horn. There's the horn we were all waiting for. We'll get that water break, and now an opportunity here for the Cardinal to set something up. Down one with 12:24 left to go in the second half. You're watching the U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle. 14U championships for girls coming back after this.
The 2018 U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle, are proudly presented by The Pearl, Motive Pure, Sisu, Impact Canopy, LaxCon, Lacrosse Magazine, Northwest Designs, NXT, U.S. Lacrosse, and fueled by Chipotle.
Our primary goal is to positively impact every child exposed to the sport.
USA on three! 1, 2, 3! USA!
If they're having fun while they're learning, that's what it's all about.
Today, we're going to put it all together.
Get open, guys. Spread out. Let's go.
Let's go out and continue what you started.
Whatever's across your chest matters.
It's having the opportunity to now inspire the next generation. I mean, that's the dream, right?
It's important for all of us as caretakers of the sport to give back.
Not bad, right? You need heart.
Why do we do what we do?
Well, we believe that participation in lacrosse positively influences lives.
We believe lacrosse should be open to all kids that want to play.
We believe in a future that offers everyone the opportunity to participate.
U.S. Lacrosse is a nonprofit organization that provides resources to fuel the sport's growth and development.
Support our efforts at uslacrosse.org.
Welcome back to the U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle. We're in the third and final championship of the day. It's the 14U Girls Championship. I'm Dave McHugh alongside Monica Moore. Another thrilling game here. It's 8-7, and it's the lead of the Yellow Jackets team, Russell, up on the Cardinal, based out of Virginia as we get ready after the water break. It is that warm here. It is a stellar day, Monica, but it's also stellar play.
Absolutely. And again, we've talked about it all day long, but the heart of these teams, when they face some adversity, they get down by 2 goals, which again in the game of lacrosse is really nothing, but at this caliber of talent, we have kind of seen that happen today. And then teams just come roaring back time and time again. They have made fantastic adjustments, gotten key personnel in the right places, and it has just been amazing to watch.
So the Cardinal are going to take advantage of the opportunity here, hopefully to score. They had a time to talk this one over. They got the perfect opportunity as the clock ticked under 13 to get a stoppage while still in possession. Interesting, we got a face guard going on here, Monica. Cabrera is now face guarding Condon, and Condon has removed herself from the situation, though Cabrera just came over to get the steal. Rankin had possession, came over. Another player is wondering why there wasn't a foul called. Is allowed the Yellow Jackets a breakaway here. Yep, they've got numbers, they've got opportunity, and they're going to have a goal. Can't draw it up better than that. It was distraction for Team Cardinal. And
they had a player right on the restraining line that was trying to get possession. She could not cross over and get possession past the restraining line. And
she felt
instead,
a foul was called.
It resulted in big-time numbers for the Yellow Jackets, and they took advantage very quickly.
Well, I hate to say it, too. She spent time talking to the official about it. But that's part of learning the game. So McAteer has an assist and now has a goal to go with it and extends that lead back out to 9-7. And Monica, just a missed opportunity there for the Cardinal. You're sitting there with a chance to tie it coming out of the timeout, and instead it's a turnover. Unfortunate.
It's definitely
and it goes
a big
the other way for a goal.
Momentum swing. And now if the Yellow Jackets win this draw control.
Biancarni's playing a little field hockey, but then picks it up. Nice stick check from behind. That's legal. Beautiful job there by Byrne. Now she's coming upfield.
That was really a must-make play right there for Gabby Byrne.
Now some speed on the far side from Hankins. She gets over midfield, being harassed, backs off as a double team comes. She'll be happy to use her back defender and Martin. Martin will switch fields, and they get it to the near side to Byrne, who will now try and get it across the restraining line and does. Back to Condon. She's being face guarded again by Cabrera, and Condon's removed herself from the play. So we will play a little bit of a shorter pass in front. Shot. Got to stick to that just as the shot was coming from right. But Condon is sitting, I would give her 5 yards off the restraining line. Got her hands on her hips, and Cabrera is more than happy to stand next to her. So we've got a little bit of a defensive and offensive change of mentality here, Monica. Of course, the idea is to clear up more space. I mean, if you're the Cardinal, you don't mind this at all because it's clearing up a little bit of space, a little bit more room to work from.
Well, they certainly have other very dynamic weapons on the offensive end of the field. I mean, Pisani has been a little quiet as of late, but she really was the player early on that got this team going.
We got 3 players entered the game with 9 goals. Pisani's got a couple. Condon has a couple. So I understand the idea of face guarding Condon here. They've quieted Pisani, who's got the ball now, but this could open up space for Pisani. She tries to pass it, misses the intended target.
Avery Dark as well,
who
has been very important in this tournament and has done some really good things on the day so far.
So Condon is hanging out in the corner, and she's having a conversation with Cabrera. Not sure if they're discussing where dinner plans are tonight. Nice stag out of the air by Pisani. Under 9 minutes, tries to force the pass. It's deflected. She gets it back. And we'll take the time, check with the coaches as to what the play is. Condon's going to re-enter the game now. Condon will sprint into the middle, brings her defender with her. It's a missed pass to Dark. Dark can't handle it. Yellow Jackets have some momentum and have some numbers again.
And this is a tough turn of events here for the Cardinal team,
Backside.
Especially if they get a transition goal.
And guess who? It's McAteer again. She now has 2 goals, back-to-back, both in transition. And suddenly it's a 3-goal lead, Monica, when this game, again, coming out of the break, could have been a tie ball game.
Well, and again, just what a turn of events off that last possession, because you have this Cardinal team who ran a lot of time off the clock on that possession, and which is fine, but they don't get a good look at goal. They turn the ball over, which the Yellow Jackets turn into a very quick goal on their offensive end of the field. So that was a tough break right there for the Cardinal off that possession.
And McAteer scores the same goal 2 in a row, Monica. She gets the ball in the far wing. She comes across the fan, gets a pump fake to get the defender out of position, and then finishes it at home. So McAteer scores 2 straight, makes it 10-7. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. At 12:50, a timeout. Cardinals with a restart in their own offensive zone. Chance to tie it. They've only scored once in this half. Yellow Jackets have scored 4 times, and they've now got a 3-goal lead when it could have been a tie ball game. Big momentum switch for these 2 teams.
Look at Biancardi.
Wow.
Right there. She's just taking the draws now
and
doing a great job winning possession for this Yellow Jackets team.
She gets it ahead to Bergen. Bergen and the Yellow Jackets will set up. Oh, pass behind, but well backed up. It was intended for Cabrera, but Quinn there to clean up the mistake. Actually, I take that back. It was Manila who got a hold of it. 6:40 left to go, 3-goal lead. If you're the Yellow Jackets, you got to feel pretty confident here.
Well, if it were me, I would stretch things out and run a little time off this clock.
Yep, I would find the exterior of the zone if I could and hang out there. Obviously, no interest in attacking there by Manila. No interest in attacking there by Cabrera. And
of course, you have to execute. You can't have sloppy passing here, but they're doing exactly what they need to do.
Shot and a goal.
You only take the shot when it is such a high percentage shot.
It looks
exactly
like that was
what
Messina.
they did.
I think that was Messina with the goal.
They ran a good amount of time off the clock. They got a high percentage shot opportunity. This was so well executed by the Yellow Jackets.
Messina does pick up the goal. It is now a 4-goal lead. A timeout, not surprisingly, called by the Cardinal. 5:55 remaining, and we'll probably take that break with them as well. When we come back, we'll see how this one turns out. Can the Cardinal make a rally? It's U.S. Lacrosse Nationals fueled by Chipotle 14U Girls Championships. Back with more after this.
Why do we do what we do?
Well, we believe that participation in lacrosse positively influences lives.
We believe lacrosse should be open to all kids that want to play.
We believe in a future that offers everyone the opportunity to participate.
U.S. Lacrosse is a nonprofit organization that provides resources to fuel the sport's growth and development.
Support our efforts at uslacrosse.org.
The 2018 U.S. Lacrosse Nationals fueled by Chipotle are proudly presented by The Pearl, Motive Pure, Sisu, Impact Canopy, LaxCon, Lacrosse Magazine, Northwest Designs, NXT, U.S. Lacrosse, and fueled by Chipotle.
Our primary goal is to positively impact every child exposed to the sport.
If they're having fun while they're learning, that's what it's all about.
Today, we're going to put it all together.
Let's go out and continue what you started.
It's having the opportunity to now inspire the next generation. I mean, that's the dream, right?
Welcome back to the U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle. It is the 14U Girls Championships, the third and final championship game of the day. I'm Dave McHugh alongside Monica Moore. Less than 6 minutes to play, and it is a umbrella type of day. Not because we're expecting rain, it is just that warm and sunny here at DE Turf Sports Complex in Frederica, Delaware. Site for the first time for this championship, which is in its 10th year. Of course, U.S. Lacrosse running this. A lot of these names you might see on U.S. Lacrosse teams, national teams in the future. And a draw that does not go the Cardinals' way, trailing by 4. You're starting to feel that maybe this one is starting to get out of reach. Biggest lead we've had all day.
It is, and I think the momentum has just really swung in the favor of the Yellow Jackets right now. I think the Cardinal team a little frustrated about some mistakes that have been made out on the field, but we have seen so much heart and fire and intensity out of them that I have to bet they have another big run left in this one, in them before this one's said and done.
About to say, as Martin starts to bring the ball up the field, you wonder if the Cardinals' run and effort to close it down begins right here. But they're going to have to be quick. With a running clock until 2 minutes, you can't dawdle. You got to be already into your 2-minute offense. Shot and a goal. And that is quick. That one's important as Senich picks up her first goal of the game. 4:56 left to go.
That was so well executed out of the timeout. Exactly what they needed to do.
Check it out again. Cuts it to a 3-goal deficit. And Senich just works her way from behind the cage and pops it open. Shoots well from her hip and is able to beat McFadden, the Mount Sinai, New York native, and make it an 11-8 game. And so that's huge here. Now,
that's huge. But if you
where's
are
Condon and
Biancardi,
yeah,
you want to win this possession and take some time off of this running clock. There is no shot clock.
Right.
Because you know that this Cardinal team is just too good to let them have possession after possession.
Yep. Absolutely agree with you.
And there she goes.
Yep, there she is. Bergen up to the task, gets the win, hands it. I'm sorry, I said the wrong one. Bergen eventually got it. It was Biancardi who was up to the task and gets the win. And now Quinn with possession. And it's stall time. If you're Manila, there is no pressure to look at the cage here. All you want to do if you're the Yellow Jackets here is waste the clock down to 3:43.
And you work on this in practice, and it is such an important thing because you get
violation.
in moments just like this in a national championship situation where you have to be able to execute with clear, clean passing.
Quinn, the Setauket New York native, will have a free position here. Here's a question. Do you shoot here or
I
do you
would not
back out?
take it.
Yeah, I back out too. That's exactly what she did. And to the near side.
You don't want to be looking back on that moment if you're in an overtime situation.
Oh, different. Oh, no, absolutely. Bergen with it. It's run around time. Go behind the cage. That white line behind the cage is the out of bounds line. Good job of hanging on to it there by Biancardi. Bergen takes some contact. Will draw the foul. More time to waste because, again, the clock doesn't stop until under 2 minutes. So 2:45 left. And Monica, I think, at this point is coronation time because I don't see the Cardinals having the offense that can come back, unfortunately, down 3 in quick succession.
It would be a tall order at this point. Of course, nothing is impossible in lacrosse with the draw control and the ability to make it take it. But this has been very well executed in the latter part of the second half by the Yellow Jackets. They have really taken advantage of their opportunities. They've won some big draw controls.
There have been 7 goals in this half, Monica. 5 have been scored by the Yellow Jackets. I mean, that's the most control and dominance we've seen out of any of the games today. And there's been some darn good lacrosse played today. But that's just darn good control. And a foul called. Now it's under 2 minutes by a tick, so it does stop now as Manila has possession. I do like the names on the back of the uniforms when they're close to us, Monica. It's very helpful. Uh-oh, lost control here. Cardinal with maybe a last gasp here as Hankins picks up the turnover, but look at that. I'm going to use the term, the swarming defense. Just the full ride all over. Oh, a foul called on the Yellow Jackets, so is going to give it Cardinal a chance to possibly clear. If they can look into the middle of the field, Monica, they've got a chance. There it is. Now it's off to the races and try and get a goal. Senich.
And this is the really difficult
the other
time because
Senich.
you have to rush. You don't have a lot of time. You don't want to waste your opportunity.
Shot in the goal. Yep. Catherine Senich this time is the one who brings the ball down the field. I believe she got it to Dark. Yeah, it's Dark who picks up the goal. So it's Catherine Senich. The previous goal was scored by Carolyn Senich. 1:37 left. Yeah, 2-goal game here. 2 straight here. Dark picks up her 3rd.
And again, so well executed because this is a really pressure-filled moment where you have to get the ball down the field. You have to move quickly. You have to get a quick look at goal.
Agreed. So the Senich sisters have stepped up in this second half. Big draw control here. If you're a Cardinal fan, you are begging Condon to win this. High in the air, Condon went for it, but well done by the Yellow Jackets. As sprinting in again is Manila. She's done that a handful of times on the draws.
When Condon, I think, executed it the way she wanted to. She wanted to try to self-draw and get the ball high in the air.
Yep, absolutely.
Just was not able to control it.
She couldn't win it. Yeah, and a foul called this time on Hankins. There's a few words exchanged between the players. You don't think there's anything on the line here? Oh, we got a call from the far side of the field. I missed what it was, but an official on the far side saw something. And Minute, 75 seconds, Monica. Down 2. This is interesting. You score here. Changes the complexion completely.
We saw how quickly they executed last time, but we're quickly approaching that under 1 minute mark. Time very much of the essence here for this Cardinal team.
Martin with it. We're under a minute. You can hear the team on the far side pleading. Rankin has it. Is there an offside somewhere? Well, they were screaming at the line about something. And the Yellow Jacket, I'm not sure what the call is.
I thought the whistle was a foul, so we shall see.
The way the Cardinal team was yelling at the officials, it made it feel like there was an offsides. Cardinal player has returned onsides, but it wasn't the Yellow Jackets who I thought were yelling about it. Now the Yellow Jacket coaching staff is questioning it with the officials. 50 seconds left here. It is Yellow Jacket possession, so they must have called offsides on the Cardinal. That is a big
call.
Big miss, yeah, and a big call, missed opportunity. And the Yellow Jackets have it, 39 seconds left. Want to ice it here. Ooh, big contact, and they're going to call the cross-check. That's the right call. That was a little too much contact there from Henkins, who was standing her ground but also extended her arms. These players have been fun to watch, Monica.
They are so athletic. They have great stick skills, great footwork, so well coached out on the field.
They're just entering high school, or will be. It's just insane. So it's stall time again for the Yellow Jackets. 25 seconds left. Cardinal need a double team, or this 2-goal deficit is impossible to come back from. And now we're under 20 seconds. I think it is.
They have done a good job executing in this stall set.
Double team comes from the goalie. No point in scoring here. Yellow Jackets will win this one. Yellow Jacket as an organization will win 2 of the 3 titles, and this Yellow Jacket squad wins 2 in a row. They won the 13U title last year. They win the 14U title this year, 11-9. They go undefeated for the tournament. Congratulations to them, winners of the U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle, much to their fans' enjoyment. And by the way, hats off to the Cardinal squad out of Virginia. They played a tremendous game. Just missed out in the end, unfortunately, a little over-exuberance, but you expect that at this age as well. Final thoughts before we take a break and come back and recap this one.
Well, they were down by 4, and they were able to cut this back down to 2. Call did not go their way, or they may have cut it back down to 1.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They put everything they had out on the field. I think they have so much to be extremely proud of. Both of these teams played twice today, and the level of play that we saw out of them, completely phenomenal. But congratulations to the Yellow Jackets, because that was some very impressive lacrosse.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hopefully talk to Alexis Curcio, the head coach of the Yellow Jackets. Also take a look at the highlights from this one. You've been watching the U.S.
Our primary goal is to positively impact every child exposed to the sport.
USA on 3! 1, 2, 3! USA!
If they're having fun while they're learning, that's what it's all about.
Today, we're going to put it all together.
Get open, guys. Spread out. Go, go, go.
Let's go out and continue what you started.
Whatever's across your chest matters.
Having the opportunity to now inspire the next generation. I mean, that's the dream, right?
It's important for all of us as caretakers of the sport to give back.
Not bad, right? You need heart.
Welcome back to the U.S. Lacrosse Nationals, fueled by Chipotle. We just got done with the 14U Girls Championship, and it's the Yellow Jackets of Team Russell defeating Cardinal out of Virginia. I'm Dave McHugh alongside Monica Moore. This is the U.S. Lacrosse Magazine post-game show, and the Yellow Jackets, Monica, go undefeated, and we have Alexis Curcio, the head coach here. And I guess, Monica, the first thing we should ask Coach is, it's got to feel good to go undefeated, Coach.
Yeah, it's always a good time when you go undefeated. Who wants to lose, right?
This is a game that obviously you played 2 today. So to some extent you got to pace yourselves on a hot day, but at the same time you can't let off the gas. You're up 4 goals. Was that kind of a tough point for this team in the second half to keep the pressure but also not lay off?
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever you're up, it's hard to keep them from getting comfortable. So to keep them absolutely pressuring and getting after it, and you could see it went back and forth for a little bit, and they were trying to catch back up. To keep that momentum in this heat is definitely a factor.
Coach, I thought in the second half your team took over a bit. It seemed like after they came out of halftime, they went on a big tear offensively. You had really balanced scoring, and in the draw control circle, you guys really had a number of players step up. What was there something you said at halftime, or what do you think was that extra boost that they seemed to have?
Oh, the extra boost? I bribed them with candy.
Yeah, I heard about candy.
Mean, I'm all about the candy. Ground balls and draw controls, they earn candy for that, and it's really about them. Not being scared, not being frazzled, taking control, and how bad do you want it? Okay, you came this far, why let it up now? And yeah, draw control is absolutely, that was definitely the difference. And the composure, you could see a calmer, collected team out on offense.
This team won 2 in a row. If you go back to last year's 13U title, which got you into this tournament at the 14U automatically, you win this one. Yellow Jacket program on a whole in all 3 title games and come out with 2 championships. What does that say for the Yellow Jacket program that you guys have helped build and continue?
It's amazing. I love being a part of this program. I've been a part as a player, now as a director, and we work hard, and the kids care, and we care, and it's awesome to be here with all 3 teams and have 2 championships, and completely humbled and really value the experience to say that I'm a part of the program.
Well, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you taking the time. Enjoy the ride home. I'm sure there'll be plenty of candy.
Yes, my favorite part, the drive home. Have a great night.
Thank you. Monica, let's get a chance.
Amongst this Yellow Jackets program.
Yeah, we saw the DiNicola goal. You saw her then assist on the Makowitz goal. Then you saw Dark get her second from Austria. And that's when the Cardinals looked like they might be able to get back in this. But then it was, again, goalie play was really good. And then taking chance of opportunities. But, I mean, even Beatty for the Cardinals stood on her head, but it ended up being too many shots. You said it earlier,
goals
Monica.
in transition,
yeah.
But yes, second chance opportunities, right. The McAteer goals in transition, which really were, I think, the beginning of putting this game out of reach.
Because again, it's stop the ones you can, but when you're always facing shots, there's only so many you can stop, and Beatty could only stop so many, and it was that. You're right. You put it away. There you see the goal from Messina.
But there was no quit. There was absolutely no quit in the Cardinals. You saw the Siniches really, really step it up, but just too much today, too much fight out of the Yellow Jackets.
Yep, so the Yellow Jackets win 2 in a row as a program. We'll take a look at some of the stats. Again, they won the 13U, now the 14U, and here you see it. And as much as the goal differential was 2 and at 1.4, not surprisingly, we see those in all 3 games, really even in the stat field.
Absolutely. That's what you would expect in a championship. And again, these teams have played each other at this point. They know what to expect coming into this contest. But congratulations to the Yellow Jackets, because this was an extremely tough Cardinal team.
Absolutely. And hats off to everybody, because it was also a hot day. So we want hats off to our crew, the camera operators and the truck ops and everybody else. We want hats off, obviously, to these teams who put on 3 tremendous good games here today in the 12U, 13U, and 14U. And hats off to Monica. I am Dave McHugh. Monica, final thoughts on the day before we sign off?
Just an amazing day. So much impressive lacrosse that we saw out on the field. I am so excited about the future of high school lacrosse, of college lacrosse, of U.S. national team lacrosse. If this is the future, I cannot wait to see it.
Yeah, we're going to call some good games up in the high school and college levels if this is what's coming. tremendous opportunity. Also, thanks to U.S. Lacrosse, obviously, for putting this on. And hats off to Chipotle and all our sponsors for helping as well. You've been watching the U.S. Lacrosse Nationals fueled by Chipotle. This has been the U.S. Lacrosse Magazine post-game show. It's once again a winner in the 14U game. You can hear them cheering in the background. The Yellow Jackets, Team Russell out of New York, get the victory here in the 14U title game. Thanks for watching us, everybody. We appreciate you taking the time. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday and the rest of your summer. Lacrosse season isn't that far behind this, so we hope you get out to a game yourself. Thanks, everybody. So McAteer